a really part-time schedule. I am still at my job. My daughters are what drive me every single day. I don't even know how to express to you guys how important it is to find a reason to keep going in this business. There's going to be so many times that you guys are going to want to quit, that the sleepless nights are going to drive you insane, that you're not going to know what to do. And you just got to keep focusing on why you started. And when you focus on why you started, if that why doesn't make you cry, then you have to find a different reason, because it needs to break you down. It needs to mentally tell you you need to get your crap together and you need to work hard, because if you don't, you're going to be in the same situation. It's like I tell my team, if for the last 10 years I didn't do anything, how about I work for the next 10 years to do actually something for myself? Where am I going to be in 10 years? I could have just been in the same place, working the same job, doing nothing for myself, or I can actually be building something. It doesn't matter if it takes me 10 years to get to president's team, but I worked for it. I did something towards it instead of just sitting in my house doing absolutely nothing, being miserable every single day. Um, I actually have a surprise before I get into my DMOs and all of that. I have a surprise for my coaches and for my team. Um, Today, I turned in the resignation to my boss, and I gave her a 2-week notice. This happened because when I went to Extravaganza, I committed to myself, and I said, if I don't give it my all, it's never going to happen. And if I keep doing it half time, I'm not going to get where I want to be. And if I did it working part time, if I go full time, every single dream that I have is going to come true. And it's going to take a lot of work, but I'm ready. Oh, I have one of my wives here. She wants to say hi, guys. Say hi.
Hi.
Ya, después ya que me está trabajando, ¿ok?
Oh, I want to help.
You want to help? But it's like,
Thank you.
they'll mimic everything you guys do. Okay, so my DMOs have been social media somewhat. I'm working on making it a lot better actually, but my main DMO has been inviting everybody to FitCamp. I actually opened up, not my own, it's not my FitCamp, but I opened up with one of the coaches, and he helped, he's helped me a lot. It's his FitCamp, but we built such a great relationship that I'm able to take everybody that I invite there. So he's been super, super supportive. And guys, let me tell you, once you start taking people into such a positive environment, your business changes completely, because everybody likes to see other people happy. They want to feel that thrive and that motivation. Anybody can go to a gym and work out and not do anything and not feel anything. But when you go to a fit camp, you see so many people pushing and everybody's telling you keep going, keep going, keep going. Man, that's like, it's life changing, to tell you the truth. I had never felt such positive vibe until I honestly started getting into this company. The one advice I can give you guys is apply momentum every single day, all day long, and take as much action as you guys possibly can. Bro, if you do that every single day, you guys are going to blow your goals out of proportion. Like, your mind's not even ready to where you're going to be if you take that advice. You guys can have as much potential as you want and as you need and as you can acquire in life, but if you guys don't put all that potential into action, you guys are not going to be able to build the business that you dream of, because it takes compassion, it takes treating people with love, it takes treating people with care, it takes giving them your all, and they know that you are really there for them, and that they're not just a dollar sign to you. Because when you make a person a dollar sign, you're not going to get anything out of them. I'd rather get somebody started, a mom that can't afford anything, started on a shake, than try to push $200 on her that she's only going to do once because she can't afford $200 every single month because she's a single mom. So whenever you open up a conversation with someone, always take in consideration that they are a human being. They're not a bank account. And believe me, we as humans like to feel loved and appreciated and taken care of, because we don't get that. You don't get that at a job. Sometimes you don't even get that at home. Sometimes you don't even get that from the people that are like sitting next to you on a day-to-day basis that have relationships with you. So when a stranger comes out and opens up their doors to you like that, they'll forever be grateful to you, and you will forever, ever, ever, ever have somebody that will be loyal to you. Um, don't have downward momentum, and I'll tell you what that is. That's like lack of activity. And I wrote these things down. I'm sorry, I don't want to be a mess. It's lack of activity, procrastination, lack of leadership, lack of passion, and lack of intensity. Those are the things that you don't want in your business. You don't want them around you. Take them out of your life, scratch them off. Don't even deal with it. If anybody's going to come up to you and talk negatively, just be the most positive person you can and walk away. Pull yourself out of that situation. You know how many people you're going to have telling you, oh, that sucks. Oh, that doesn't give results. Oh my God, I don't like it. Oh my God, it tastes bad. It doesn't matter. What matters to you is how many lives you've already changed, how many lives you're about to change, and how your life has changed. And if you take that every single day and you put it into action, you guys are going to do amazing. Upward momentum is, like I said, take massive action, get more results. Guys, if you don't work on your results, your business is not going to thrive. If you are getting advice from somebody that went from 300 pounds, let's say, just an example, 300 pounds to 150, you're going to be like, damn, I need to do whatever they're doing. But if you're going to take advice from somebody who lost 10 pounds and it's been 2 years and they've only lost the 10 pounds and they're not doing anything for themselves, how likely are you to follow that person? You need to lead by example. You need to be the person that they look up to, the person that they want to be with, the person that they admire, not only for you, but for them. Your clients deserve that from you. They deserve for you to have results, and they deserve for you to stay consistent. Consistency is everything. I don't know how many times I thought about quitting. I once went to my sponsor's house for a business meeting, and my intentions were to sit there and tell them that I was done and that I was it, that I wasn't going to continue working. And all it took was for me to look at Diane's and see her with her pregnant belly of Miranda and know that, damn, if she's doing it, what the heck am I doing? Like, why am I even thinking that I need to quit? And sometimes you need that wake up call. Sometimes you need to go through it just to know and value how much you really have going for you. Um, the world isn't like all sunshines and smiles. It's a very cruel place, and it's not. And I got this from one of the videos that I watch in the mornings from motivationals. It's not how hard you get hit, but how hard you get hit and you get back up. There's so many things in life that are going to hit you hard. We've gone through so many things that it's not even, how can I explain it? Personally, I've gone through so many things that life has taught me to be a warrior. I had to be my mom's reason for living when I was 15 and we lost my brother in a motorcycle accident, and her entire world crushed beneath her feet. My mom was always a very hardworking woman. She never made any money. She never went to school. She used to make $5 an hour, but she left Cuba and she came here to give me and my brother a better life. So now I have to own up to that and be the best version that I can, because she depends on me. She has nobody else. My brother left us when I was 15, and then 3 years later we lost my dad in a car accident. So it's just me and her. So if I'm not the one that's gonna give her a better life, nobody else is. And if I don't work for her and my kids, nobody's gonna work for them. And they're gonna be in the same situation that I'm in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, and they're gonna be in debt for college. They're not gonna have they're not gonna have the life that they dreamed of. And it takes you sometimes to not be so prideful. It takes sometimes for you not to be so prideful and to learn how to bow your head down and say, I need to work, and forget how tired you are, because tired is not going to get you guys anywhere. It's just going to give you more problems. Um, one of the quotes that I took the most from one of the events, and I will say this with all my heart: the have will not fulfill you if you do not become. And that was one of the things that changed me completely, because I figured there's so many people that have everything that they want in the world, but they never became who they wanted to be. And that's the opportunity that we have here in Herbalife. We can become the change that the world needs. Guys, if you went to Extravaganza this year, I don't know how many of you didn't go. But if you didn't go, you guys don't know what you're missing. You guys need to attend every single event possible. Every single one of them. You guys are going to learn so much and from the top people, and you're going to hear so many stories that are going to change your life. What we're doing right now, nobody in the world is doing. And if you guys are not working for it, let me tell you, man, you need to start working for it. You really, really, really do. Because we're about to change the entire world. There's so many lives that still haven't even been touched. Like there's so many people out there that really need us that we need to thrive for them. Go out there every single day and just talk to as many people as you can. Use your buttons. This right here will be live. Right now I have the one that I love Herbalife because I was doing something earlier, but I usually have the one that says I've lost 69 pounds. By the way, that's how much weight I've lost. And I've lost 21% body fat. So I used to be a size 16 and right now I'm a size 6. That is insane. Like I had to throw away my entire, well, I didn't throw it away. I gave it away. My entire closet because nothing fit. And that feeling as a person, me personally, when I look in the mirror, is amazing. And I still have so much more work to do, but it feels so good. And it felt so good that I did it so naturally and so healthy and that I pushed every single day and that I gave my daughters the best example. They didn't have to go out there and get a surgery. They didn't have to go out there and impress anybody. They would do it for them if one day they have to. But I did it for me. And I did it because I needed to feel good with myself to be happy. Get with your coaches if you guys are brand new in the business and ask as many questions as you can. If you guys don't ask, your coaches don't know what's going on in your head. They have no idea what you're thinking about or what is it that you want to do. And if you want to do something, show them what you want to do. Come with a plan and tell them, hey, this is what I want to do. This is how I think I want to do it. Give me your advice and get together and work together because that's what teamwork is for. Sometimes you, as entrepreneurs, we all have like a boss mindset and we need to delete that boss mindset in the sense that you're not here to boss anybody around. You're here to advise everyone of what would be the best thing because you've already experienced it, but you can't say this is what you have to do and this is how you have to do it. You can coach them and teach them, but if they find their own way, that's fine because everybody here is an individual and we all need to be unique in our own way and we all need to thrive in our own way and make things work our own way also because we don't all have the same structure. We don't all have the same schedule. We don't all have the same lifestyle. So you need to be very, very, very coachable. That's something that I've had to learn with time because I've always been a boss. Um, I was a supervisor in my previous company. So I've always had that mindset that you need to do what I say and how I say it and when I say it because that's what I get paid for to tell you what to do. And that's not how life works. If you have a team or building a team, it takes you to put your pride aside and learn how to deal with the multiple personalities because you're going to have so many personalities that it's not even funny. You need to learn how to deal with everybody. So personal development, as much as you need, just do it. Even before you reply to someone because of something that's happening, listen to some personal development, take it in, and then think of the response that you're going to give them before you get into a conversation because you need to treat everybody in your team with respect. You need to make sure that they are looking up to you and not down on you because of how you present yourselves to them. So you got to make sure that exactly what they just said. You got to make sure that you have people skills. You need to develop them. They don't come easy because everybody's so different that you might not always see eye to eye. And that's fine because sometimes you need to listen to them also. Even if you think you're right, you need to listen to everybody's opinions and apply them to yourselves. Let me see if I wrote anything else. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is kind of how my journey has worked. My first extravaganza in 2015, I was supervisor. My second extravaganza was in 2016. I was world team. My third extravaganza, I'm active world team. And I cannot thank my team enough for making that accomplishment because that takes a team effort. And I completely appreciate the sleepless nights, the hard work. Like these girls don't know how much, how much I really appreciate how they're going out of their ways because they all have jobs and they're all doing this part-time as well. So they're all putting that extra effort that a lot of people don't see that goes into a team. And I am super grateful for them. Super, super, super grateful. The day we did active role team, they were all up to 3 o'clock in the morning, making sure every single volume counting. And it's such amazing when you guys are building that team, that unity that you guys get, those endless nights you guys are up all working on a common goal. It's, bro, it's life changing. I don't even know how to explain it. So my goal for next year, I wrote it down and I promised myself, my family, and my sponsors that I am pushing for millionaire team, and it's gonna happen because I really want what this company has to offer, and I don't want to be anywhere else with anybody else doing anything else but Herbalife for the rest of my life. It is what I am meant to do, and I found my place that I was looking for a very long time. I always try to get accepted by many crowds, and it wasn't for me. And this is the place. This is the place. If you guys have any questions, I mean, I don't know. I've talked a lot. And by the way, I was like super nervous, super scared. I didn't know what I was going to say. So I wrote down a million notes and I haven't even said half of them. So if you guys have questions, I would love to hear them. Let me open up the chat so I can see. Thank you guys. Muchas gracias. Y yo nací en Cuba, vine cuando tenía 7 años. So yo hablo dos lenguajes, lo que me enredo un poquito en el español, pero ahí vamos. I developed my people skills by listening a lot to Mark Hughes and Jim Ron. Jim Ron has like the best videos on YouTube of how to change your mindset really. And that's kind of where I adopted them from. I mean, I'm still a work in progress. Let me tell you, I have a very bad temper, but it's gotten way better. I'm right now active world team, working on Get Team Cuts. It was a pleasure sharing my story with you guys. I mean, if I had to tell you my entire life story, you guys would be surprised, but we don't have that much time here. How did you stay consistent? How did I stay consistent? I stayed consistent, but just working every single day. Um, every time I promise something to somebody, I make myself accountable. So that gives me even more drive to not make myself look bad. Not because of what other people's opinions are going to be, but because of myself, because of my pride. I make sure that I needed to be where I said I was going to be at a certain time, or even at least work as hard as I could to know that I say, if I didn't make it, I gave it my all. So that's how consistency works. You need to do it every single day, all day long, no matter how bad or how good you feel. If you're having a bad day, suck it up, drink a tea, call it a day, and get to work. If you're having a good day, blow it up even more. Use it to your advantage when you're having an amazing day and talk to as much people as you can. Share with a rock if you need to talk to the rock to practice. Just make it a habit of every single day, all the time. Um, let me put my IG here. Mhm. I didn't get the courage to leave my full-time job. I never had it. For the last year and a half, I've been saying I was going to quit, and I didn't. So I went to Extravaganza, and I saw what life had to bring. And I had seen it a few times, but this one really made it a lot more clear for me. And I sat down and I talked to my husband and I told him, if I don't leave, I'm never going to leave because we're just going to get used to that extra money and extra money and extra money, and we're never going to do it. So if I don't do it now, I'm not going to do it. So we sat down, we had a conversation, we put everything in order, and we made a plan, and it just happened. The way I show the business opportunity to my clients is we do we do weekly meetings as an organization with our teams, but two, I do face to face either through Zoom or iPhone face to face, and I explain to them the napkin presentation. So master the marketing plan, guys. Like you need to be able to break it down and sit down with a complete stranger and do it in a napkin. And we do face to face. I give them a breakdown of more or less what it is, how it works, and explain to them that it does take work and it does take time for you to be able to achieve your goals. And it's not going to be an overnight get quick rich business because that's not what we are. So make sure that when you explain the business to people, you make it very clear and don't give them false expectations. How do I overcome laziness? I look at my kids and I ask myself, am I doing enough to be able to feed them tomorrow? If I, let's say I don't have a job. I quit right now. I don't have a job, right? And I only have Herbalife. Let's say for some reason my husband decides to walk out that door because he's free to decide that any day, although he loves me. We've been together for 12 years. How do I provide for my kids? How do I pay the roof over my head? If you don't have a kid, do it for yourself. Do you want to be living in a car? I don't think so. So find that reason that pushes you. I talk to everybody, supermarkets, parks, mall, anywhere. Talk to anybody. I went to Michael's the other day and I was looking for bedazzle pin. And I talked to the cashier because she asked me, how did you lose 63 pounds? And I told her exactly how I lost the 63 pounds. I got her phone number. I followed up. She told me she wasn't ready. And that was a done deal. Make sure to always get the numbers. I start a lot of conversations with moms. So I will comment something either on their kids or on themselves. So for example, I was at Aeropostale the other day and I was looking for a t-shirt for one of my nieces. And one of the ladies standing next to me, I noticed she was a mom and she had a little girl about my niece's age. So I go, hey, do you like this? I have a niece that's about your daughter's age. Do you think this is cute? What size does she use? And that's how I opened the conversation. And right away, as soon as I opened that, she noticed my pin and she actually asked me. So I didn't even have to tell her anything. She opened the conversation herself towards it. I learned the business from the beginning. I mastered it to simplify it as time went by, but from every single event. Get with your coaches on how to do the following and unfollowing with IG. I'm pretty sure they have a plan for that. And yes, people do approach me asking me about my pin. Everywhere I go, whenever I'm standing in front of somebody, they ask. And I approach people, don't get me wrong. I'm very shy when it comes face to face, but I've had to master it. I actually didn't pick my team. They picked themselves. The girls they saw the income that I was generating because we do share it with them. And they asked how they can get started. I brought up the business opportunity and they have their own motivations. They have their own whys. They do what they do because of themselves. I think the time's running out. Oh no, we're good. Um, and my girls they've stuck around. I have clients from, actually, you know what? My first supervisor told me no for 2 years. I would invite her to every challenge. I would tell her to join me every single month. And she said no. And she's actually doing super amazing. She's a mom of 5. And she has 2 supervisors under her. So imagine that, a mom of 5. I don't know why people have excuses. And they're all from the age of 8 years old to 10 months. Oh, Jaylee, say hi. She's actually on here, by the way. What is something you say when they look at your pen and ask you how? What is it that you try to remember without making the other person feel uncomfortable? Okay, I actually learned this at one of the SCSs that we went to, and it was recent, and I actually started applying it. And it's not in reference to the pin, is when having a conversation. I walked up to one of the moms, and it was at Walmart, and I commented on how cute her daughter's sandals were because they were really cute. And I told her, hey, if you are not busy and you would like to come and join us at this amazing class that we have to get a little active and get your kids out of the house, kids are welcome. Do you mind giving me your phone number and I'll send you my online flyer so you can have the information. You can contact me later on the details. And I got her phone number and I sent her. I had done I have a flyer on my phone that already has my information on it. So it says my name, my IG name, my email, and my phone number, and it says commit to be fit. So it's like a invitation to the fit camp, but I don't tell you where it is, I don't tell you the time it is, and I don't tell you what you need. So that makes you contact me back to ask me how does it work. So then I open a conversation. So I got a phone number. She already knows I do a fit camp. She saw my pin, so she knows I lost weight. And at the same time, I sent her my before and after because it's on the flyer. So my flyer says commit to be fit on top. It has my before and after, and then it has my information on the bottom. And on the side of the flyer, I put the disclaimer. I did it on my computer and I printed it out on a tiny little printer that I actually have here next to me. I There's a lot of people that use a lot of different websites to do flyers. I did it the most economical way because I'm not looking into overspending and simple things like that that half the time people throw away. So I made them on the computer, and in an 8 by 10, I can make 4. Oh my God, if you're doing a mommy fit camp, that's amazing. Just let them know to bring all the kids. Tell them that the kids are welcome. Um, Make sure that whenever you tell moms that they're bringing their kids, they need to make sure that they're able to also watch them because you don't want kids running, or it's like a safe place. Where we do our fit camps, it's like in the middle of a school, and then the with the area where we work out has like a secluded fence so the kids can't get out towards the parking lot. So it's safe for them to be there. I take my kids whenever I don't have a babysitter. Whenever my husband can't take care of them, they're there with me. So guys, if you don't have any more questions, it was an honor hosting tonight's meeting. This is actually one of my goals that I got to scratch off. I always wanted to be the person who got to host one of these amazing meetings because I learned so much from everybody that's always hosting them that it was a dream come true. Super grateful to Disney and George for leading the way. Thank you so much. And Diane and Lorenzo, you guys are, my all. I love you so much. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity, for showing me the way. Guys, just stay committed, never quit, and like they say, never settle. There's always room for growth. Okay? If you have questions, ask, 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 ask. Don't hold them inside. There is never a stupid question in this business. The more you ask, the more you learn. So it was awesome being here with you guys. Thank you so much for the support. I think I put my IG up here. Hold on, let me see. Make sure I give it to you guys correctly. Yeah, it's Herba underscore Queen, and Lily I spell Lily. So it's Herba underscore Queen. Lily. Health freaks that want to know every ingredient, I send them right to my Go Herbalife site and I tell them to look up the nutrition. Simple. I don't waste time on that. Oh, what are the ingredients? Okay, perfect. Here's my online store. You can go ahead and browse. It's free to register, and you can go ahead and read up on the ingredients and how the nutrition works and the company. Let me know when you're ready to get started. All right, guys. Good night. Love you all. Thank you so much for logging in. Have a safe night and happy another month.